Good afternoon, everybody. If everybody could just find a seat, we're going to get started. We ask everybody to rise for a pledge to the flag. A pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. We're trying to keep these festivities quick. This way, everyone can get a tour of the new building. On behalf of the Chiefs, the Board of Directors, and Captains, I'd like to welcome everybody to the grand opening of our new headquarters here. Without the help of the town of Islip and some former members of the town of Islip who went on to be legislators. Thank you very much. I'd like to just recognize some people that are on the stage up here today. We have Supervisor Angie Carpenter, County Executive Ed Romaine, New York Assemblyman Jerry Gandolfo, Councilman James O'Connor, representing Legislator Bergen's office is Patty Walsh, who is an ex-member, and representing Mike McElwee is Jacqueline DeRosa. At this time, if the county exec would like to come up and say a few words.
First of all, thank you for what you do. I'm familiar with ambulances. Before I became county executive, I was supervisor in the town. Worked at it for 12 years. We have 9 ambulance districts. Every time I would go to an ambulance headquarters, I would see the men and women that would answer the call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from people in desperate need. I cannot tell you what it means to have an ambulance show up in a time of need. You are our community saviors in many ways, and people thank me every day for those who serve in our ambulance corps. And I know the great majority of you are volunteers. I cannot thank you enough. And I cannot say enough good words about the town of Islip and all those who made this possible. It is so great that you've chosen to honor one of your ex-chiefs today, as well as by dedicating this building. May you have great success in whatever I can do, or the County of Suffolk can do, to support the men and women of our ambulance corps throughout the county. I stand ready to work with you. I know what you do. I know the difference you make. I know the respect that you have, and I know that by serving, you honor your communities and you strengthen your communities. God bless you in all that you do. God bless all who serve in this building. Thank you, Chief.
If Supervisor Carpenter would like to say a few words.
No, I love Scott. He's one of my favorites. Thank you so much, County Executive Romaine. It's wonderful to hear that public affirmation of the support that these men and women can hope to enjoy going forward from Suffolk County. It hasn't always been that way, so we're very, very blessed, so we thank you for that. And I want to thank all the members of the town board who were so supportive in seeing this initiative through, and to Scott and to Rob and everyone who played a part in getting us here today, a heartfelt thank you. You took a building that many, many years ago was a car dealership, laid dormant for quite a number of years, and we're so grateful that working together we were able to help you realize your dream of having this particular location be the home of Exchange Ambulance. I want to thank each and every member, juniors too, and I know one personally, or more than one, for your commitment to our community. And personally, I want to thank the men and women who were involved on June 30th in transporting my husband. You did it so kindly, so compassionately. He's home now, and I thank you for all that you did. And the depth of caring that you have, you show all the time, because I bumped into someone about 2 weeks ago, and the first thing he said to me was, "How's your husband?" You kind of take a personal stake when you transport someone, when you help someone, especially when they're most vulnerable. So may God continue to bless each and every one of you and keep you safe. Thank you.
Legislator Flaherty, would you like to say a few words? You were one of the key components that helped us with getting this.
Thank you so much. I was on the town board. It was about 11 years ago, and I know I got reached out by many people, but especially Chief Crosby, also Chief Stableman, and even also, and he's looking down on us today, Greg DeCanio, sat me down to show me the problems of the building. And it wasn't just, if you didn't know, it wasn't really just the problems like, hey, we need more space and we need we need bigger rooms for this and that. It's just that this building was structurally what should have been evacuated. I'll even just say it. I'm saying too much. But again, them coming to meetings and fighting for this organization and getting the word out, I thank you all and I salute you all. It took 11 years, but again, you were always professional and gentlemen. And I also want to thank the town of Islip. Supervisor Carpenter was like the first day she was coming on, I let her know about this problem, and she got it done. Working with the town board, such as Jim O'Connor, and also the rest of the board, all supporting to fix this need that was so needed, the improvement for the safety of your building. So I do, again, thank you so much for getting this accomplished. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
Okay, I neglected to say the most important people up here today. We have Greg's wife, Kim, his son and daughter, Michael and Lauren, his brother Patrick, and his brother Mark. And Patrick's going to just say a few words real quick.
Kicking that around. Thank you, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll keep this brief. I want to start off by thanking everyone for coming out on this beautiful day and thanking all the people here who made this day possible. If you would have told me 20 years ago that we'd all be standing here because they were naming a building after my brother Greg, my response would be the same as it is today. What took you so long? Gregory Albert DeCanio went by many different names and filled many different roles throughout his life. Son, brother, father, uncle, chief, president, teacher, leader, and mentor, only to name a few. But his friends just called him Greg. I not only speak for myself, but for Greg's wife Kim, his two children Michael and Lauren, and the entire DeCanio family, when I say that we know Greg is looking up at us, down. He's looking down at us right now with a smile on his face, humbled by the great honor being bestowed upon him, albeit posthumously. Greg dedicated his life to public service and helping people, so it is only fitting that he would be honored by having this building dedicated to him. Generations to come, though who never had the privilege of knowing Greg, may only see a name, and others may wonder who he was. If you are Greg's friend, I ask one favor of you. Tell them who he was. Let Greg continue to inspire others through stories, anecdotes, and memories of his fierce loyalty, his generosity, and his kindness. I'll leave you with a quote from two of Greg's favorite musicians, John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
President Stottleman.
I'll use this.
We're not all that tall.
Neither am I. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the new home of Ex-Chief Ambulance. We did it. All right. I'm still in disbelief. It's been 11 years since we first reached out to then Town of Islip Councilman. Maybe I won't use this. Town of Islip Councilman Steve Flottern about the need to upgrade our facility. And without his support to get this project started, we would not be here today. Thank you, Legislator Flottern. In the years since 2013, no one has supported us more than Supervisor Carpenter, without whom it would be impossible for this project to ever have been completed. Thank you, Supervisor. Also like to extend sincere thanks to every town council member, and there's been a few over the years, there's been a couple of changes, but everyone who supported us over the past 11 years, every step of the way. Also thank you to the other town staff members who have assisted us, particularly Commissioner Owens, Comptroller Ludwig, and just about everyone I think in the town engineering division. And during the entire project, everyone we worked with has been nothing but supportive of this project, and for that we are forever thankful. And you may ask, hey, why did we need this new facility? Well, since 1990, when we moved into our last home, our call volume has nearly tripled, from 1,500 to 4,300 calls per year. Our fleet of ambulances has doubled from 3 to 6. We've added a fleet of specialty equipment to better serve our community. And over the past 30 years, emergency medical services as a profession has undergone a dramatic change from simple transport to the hospital to astronomically intensive and complex medical care. We are doing things today that none of us dreamed 20 or 30 years ago we would be doing. We simply outgrew our old home, and it was clearly time for a serious upgrade. Our architects, H2M, did an amazing job of assessing our needs, listening to our needs and most pressing issues, and designed us a facility that not only would meet those requirements, but leave us some room for future growth. And this new facility has clearly met and exceeded our every need and expectation. So when it came time to dedicate our new incredible home to someone special, there was no competition. The choice was clear. Ex-Chief and past President Greg DeCanio had to be that person. Greg led our department for many years as a captain, chief, board member, advanced life support provider, and just a friend you could always trust for advice during important years of tremendous growth for our organization. Greg was instrumental in keeping our need for a new facility presented to our local elected officials. Unfortunately, Greg left us far too soon, but his memory will live on through the dedication of our new facility in his name. Thank you to everyone who supported us over the years, to our past members who helped this organization get to where it is today, to our present and future members who will help us move our organization forward in the future. Welcome to our new home, and enjoy.
Once again, thank you everybody for coming out. I want to thank the community for coming out today, for supporting us the way that you guys have, the town council, the members of other organizations, and all members themselves. Special thank you to the members and the youth squad for setting everything up today to make it look as good as it does. President Solomon had made mention, the Chiefs, board and directors, this project was just a little over 11 years ago, from the first email to the final project. Through the years, many people have attended meetings, Zoom calls, emails went back and forth between the town, Exchange, and H2M to get everything done. One person who stood out a great deal in helping getting everything done correctly in the beginning phases, unfortunately, is not in attendance today. And as brother said a little while ago, he's looking down on us. Today we mark the grand opening of the new Exchange Ambulance at the Islip's facility we dedicated in the name of someone who watched out for the organization. He helped mentor new and past officers, and someone who led this organization, either in the capacity of being a captain, a board member, a president of the board, an assistant chief, or chief of the department. And he put many countless hours into this department to get that way. Many of you in the audience today also may have worked with Greg in the capacity at MacArthur Airport, or just as another volunteer. Many of you might have met Greg through other friends, and he touched you one way or another. We collectively as a department, without a second guess, chose to dedicate this building in the name of Ex-Chief Gregory A. DeCanio. To his family, thank you for letting Greg perform his duties with this organization for as long as he did. At this time, if President Stottleman would accompany me over to the blue curtain here. We're going to unveil his plaque. At this time, we ask Kim DeCanio, Michael DeCanio, and Lauren DeCanio to please come up. We have a little presentation for you. We have received several proclamations from the elected officials that are up here today. They will be on display in our display case in the front lobby once you walk in. At this time, we're going to direct everybody over to the ambulance bays as we walk over, and we have a ceremonial ribbon cutting. So if everyone could just start heading over that way. And then after, we have some food trucks over on the side and some building tours for you guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Is everyone ready?
Guys, everybody ready?
One time wants us to count out loud to 3.
You ready?
Everyone count out loud to 3.
1, 2,